Scale drawings use the same concept. They're proportions. The most famous is something called indirect measurement. Indirect measurement. Is used to find distances. Indirect measurement is used to find distances that are proportional. Scale drawings. Can you think of a class where you do lots of scale drawings, or there are lots of scale drawings, Gabe? Design and modeling, yeah. You make something that's a lot smaller than what it actually is. Caden? Morgan? Social studies. Maps have scales on them, right? A map of Kansas is not the exact size of Kansas.
That'd be cool.
You wouldn't be able to use it.
No, you'd be like a
Matt?
Science.
Science class, you have scales, right? A picture of a cell is not actually the size of a cell. It works both ways. So here we go. When you're starting out, you're going to need to draw a picture. These are famous types of math questions. I'm sorry you have to write the problem. You'll get over it. It'll be okay. Here we go. Example. A tree casts a 10-foot shadow. Mrs. Long is, I'm going to make myself 6 feet tall. I'm not. Is 6 feet tall and casts a 4-foot shadow. A tree casts a 6-foot shadow. Mrs. Long is 5 feet tall, or 6 feet tall, and casts a 4-foot shadow. How tall is the tree? What did I tell you to do? Draw a picture. These are my favorite ones because sometimes our pictures are ridiculous. Here's a tree. And here's Mrs. Long. Draw a picture. What do I know about my picture? What else do I know?
That there's shadows.
Okay, I know that there are shadows, so I'm going to draw a shadow in. What else do I know about my picture? I know that Mrs. Long is 6 feet tall. What else do I know? What shadow is 10 feet? The tree's shadow is 10 feet. And my shadow is 4 feet. This is a proportion. Do you know what you do to 4 times? 4 times what is 10? Do you know?
40.
4 times 40 is 10?
Oh, no. 4 times.
Is this a common sense one?
Yeah, 2.5.
Is this common sense?
Yeah.
No, this is not common sense. You did not learn 4 times what equals 10 in elementary school, did you?
Yes.
No. So we're going to make a proportion. Mrs. Long's proportion is 4 over 6, because that's my shadow, over tall. What's proportionate to 4?
6. 10.
So my tree is 10 over X? I don't know, right? Your same labels go on top. So I have a shadow on top, and I have how tall Mrs. Long is, and I don't know how tall the tree is. Can you solve this?
Yes.
Cross products. 6 times 10 is
60.
equals 4 times X is divide by 4, divide by 4. X equals what?
15.
15. How tall is the tree? 15 feet. Let's do one more. The scale on a map is 1 inch is 4 miles. The scale on a map is 1 inch is 4 miles. That's a ratio, correct? Really, it's a rate because they have 2 different labels. What is the actual distance? If it is 2.4 inches. What do you know? What do you know, Gabe?
That 1 inch on the map is 4 miles.
Perfect. So that's a proportion, correct? 1 inch is 4 miles. And I'm going to use that to figure out what?
How many miles is it? 2.4 inches?
So 2.4 inches. They have the same label, so they go across from each other, right?
Yeah.
And I don't know down here. Could you cross product on this?
Yep.
Yes, but could you common sense this?
No.
Yes.
1 times what is 2.4?
2.4.
That's easy. I know it's a decimal, and I tell you sometimes you can't common sense decimals, but this is anything times 1, right?
Yeah.
So it's times 2.4. So what's 4 times 2.4?
8 point.
What is it?
No. Yeah, 9.6.
9.6.
9.6 miles. The key